Hey. We're back with Disco Elysium.
The
Now,
young man with the tape recorder acknowledges your return.
wait.
This is hardcore.
Wait.
Hardcore!
Wait.
Skibber danger. I am the rearranger.
I love that.
Your cop training did not prepare you for this.
Dimitri said there's an encyclopedia check coming up. He also texted me again. He knows I'm doing... So I'm about to... I'm recording this on the 16th. I'm scheduling videos out until the 26th-ish. 25th, 26th. While Michelle's down here. And I need... He knows I'm doing 2 back-to-back episodes. So he's like, don't forget my tips and tricks. What am I doing here? I know there's an... Dimitri said that his favorite encyclopedia check... Was it encyclopedia? We talked for like 30 minutes after recording last night, because I made the one where the thunder... The last episode. I did that. We were talking about it. He said it's his encyclopedia check. Okay. So, I don't know if there is an encyclopedia booster. I don't think there is. Oh. What do these glasses do? Alright, that's the only real boost I've got. Let me just make sure nothing gives me a minus. Alright, I'm going in as prepared as I can.
So you had a talk with Andre, and now you want to discuss things with Noid? That's fine, man. But I've got to warn you, our signs are still off. It'll take some time for me to get my sign on. I'm doing what I can.
It's not easy for him. It probably took him years to get used to Andre.
The sticker? You mean the yellow one? Can you describe it to me? Oh wow, right on your cop ledger. You like it?
It's super stupid. That's what it is. And I think it reminded me of myself. Yeah, it's cool.
It is cool, but it's also more than that. Much more. A dead guy smiling.
We did it.
He defeated history. We are living in the age of history, and in the eyes of history, we are always already dead. How can we ever smile then? Because history is a lie, and so are its deaths. The present moment in life are the hardcore. The hardcore expels death. Or maybe he's not dead. Maybe he's just really ecstatic about the beats.
Or drugged out of his mind, come to think of it.
Or drunk. Or in a clinical coma. Or glad to be dead. But those versions suck. Or I guess one could write an entire treatise on the thing. But what for? Nah. Still strongly out of sync. Stage gamma disalignment. You heard me. Weird stuff. Specialised. Data processor and some sort of long-wave machinery. Wires going into water. Gives off a spy sign. Or some fucked up Samaran science sign. You know, the kind that goes head first into the supernatural. Nothing's wrong with it. You should definitely be researched. You can still do sick shit with it though.
The sickest. That's perhaps why it should be researched.
The sickest.
Most of it doesn't exist. But there's also stuff that isn't allowed to exist. Because the moralists think it's too dangerous for the plebs. Psionic powers, pale-related diseases, pretenders pretending to be human, folk rights, that kind of stuff. The hardcore aesthetic is esoteric. It's not meant to be discussed with the law at this moment.
It's not easy to reach a harmonic resonance of signs without some adjustment.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
8. Oh, logic, 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 logic.
Always, we'll be...
Let's put on our logic clothes. -1 logic, not those. Oh no. Oh, +1 logic. Here we go. Now, do we have any minus logics in here? +1 logic, +1 logic. Oh, geez. Okay. So I'm as logical as it gets right now.
Huh?
Wrong guy.
Hi again. So, how's
That's
things
still really low.
A number of things don't add up. Let's take a look. How about gather around, kids? The young speed freak puts down a busted capacitor and looks at you. The one with the large head seems very enthusiastic about whatever you have planned. Their would-be leader is less amused.
But you still are.
What happened?
I don't know.
He doesn't know what to say. The young speed freak is silent. He senses something is wrong.
We don't need drugs to be hardcore.
Shut the fuck up, Egg. Climb down from the equestrian monument, CRABMAN. Consciousness is new to the universe. We all have our ways to ease the shock.
What exactly is it you know? I have no idea how you arrived at that conclusion, but it's wrong. Look, we even have speakers.
One speaker. They have one speaker.
I really don't want to get aggressive with them. I like these guys.
What do you mean, friend? It's a one-speaker system. It's monodynamic. You wouldn't know the first thing about sound reproduction in anodic music. Other speaker.
He said it was for his nose. What more do you want? And of all cellular-based life, what's your point, Lawbringer?
That's true.
Make up your mind. First it's the sweat, then it's the ether. No shit. That's... Come on, that's... I meant to say, not true. What do you mean, do?
There's resignation in his voice. He's almost ready to drop the act. It wouldn't take a lot of pushing. The optimal way to go about this would be indifference. It begins by you telling him you don't care about any of this.
What do you mean by lenient?
I'll make life hard for you using every connection I've got. We'll see. That's 1 or 3.
He thinks for a moment, then opens his mouth, but closes it again. Then finally raises his hands.
Things are just way too hard for an entrepreneur in this city. It's not like we're not going to turn the church into the wickedest club in East Reversholt.
Because we are! We totally are!
We just got to turn it into a speed lab first.
You know, to get our foot in the door.
Like I told you, spooky arseholes moved in while I was getting all this stuff together. A month ago, the place was empty, and now it's all spooked up. No, man, they're spooky all right. It's just that they would also probably call the police if we started cooking speed in there.
Well, yeah. That's hilarious.
But the sign was way off too. I couldn't feel the love at all.
Sir, you promised you'd be lenient.
This is it. Judgment time.
No drugs.
Yeah!
I like these guys, I really do.
I knew it. It's impossible now.
No, Andre, it's harder now. This hard cop has come to show us how much the fish is, and the fish is always so much more. We all know there was never going to be a club for Nordic music with the Speed Lab. Now it has a fighting chance. There needs to be a club for Nordic music in there. Needs to. Everyone hates each other. Everybody hates it here. It's all just drugs and we're slaves and I can't. We are running out of time. We need a win, Andre. I promise this will be a win. We won't cook speed in there. We'll do it clean. We'll do it true. We'll do it sober and real and beautiful. This will be a victory for the light.
This will be nothing. You can hear the ice crack underneath you. Outside, the last century waterfront development is crumbling in the wind. A grape-shot row of falling houses. And so is Rue de Saint-Jérôme and all the houses on Main Road. The old cinema is sinking underneath Villa La Bosse.
What? Okay, we'll try to do it without the drugs. We'll do a straight club up in there, spinning the maddest reels, and nothing but, I swear to God. Okay, Egg?
From here on, it'll be straight all the way.
As always, we'll be right here, waiting patiently for the news. Yeah!
I didn't get a microphone check. Maybe I did it wrong, maybe I didn't, maybe I just haven't gotten there yet. We will see. Hi, Kim. Should I tell Kim what happened?
Yes?
Ah.
I'm glad to hear it, Detective. I was wondering when we'd get to this very subject. If you ask me, it's high time for you to set aside these frivolous side tasks and focus 100% of your energies on the case before us. Why are you pronouncing it like that gentleman from the Institute of Price Stabilité? You know what? Forget it. What specifically are you trying to assign responsibility for? Ah, now I understand. Next, I suppose you're going to tell me you need to form a committee to assign this responsibility?
Yeah, how did you know?
Simple. Because moral intern types love to form committees. In any event, I am just a humble law official. I may work under the moral intern's umbrella, but I'm certainly not qualified to serve on any committee. You know who might be, though? That Mr. Villeudroit, the gentleman you met in the young man's apartment.
Ugh, fuck that guy.
If I were trying to get in touch with the coalition, I would start by seeking him out. But first, you might need to speak with his young companion.
I think they're lovers.
Now, was there anything else?
I tried. You? Who are you?
A shaggy-looking girl in her late teens or early 20s kneels on the ice with an electronic contraption in her hand. Hearing
Oh. Hello there.
she must be Estelle, the last of the speed freaks, Hossie. It's cold out here, but she's not wearing a hat. She must be
I mean,
freezing.
neither is Kim.
Everyone knows drugs make you invulnerable to cold. I bet this one likes to party.
That's my name. I take it you have met the others. Did they tell you about the church and the club thing? Will you help us? That's cool by me. Huh?
Maybe she didn't hear you. A little louder.
So should you.
You don't have to do anything.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
I do have. I don't know if you'd call that out. You should wear one too if you plan on. This.
Yeah, well. Look, man, fuck the hat.
Your pulse rises. What did she just say?
No.
That's not how a civilian is supposed to address an
Jesus,
officer.
no, calm. Calm down.
I'm sorry I said fuck the hat. I was concentrating on something else. My whole family swears and it rubbed off on me.
I get that.
I did, and I'm sorry. For what it's worth, which isn't much.
This is why I didn't go into the tent. Typical delinquency.
You don't get to choose your posse, they choose you. Mine are idiots, but they're mine. I tried to talk Andre out of it. I know. I should have been able to control them, and I will in the future. I promise. May I ask, what did you tell them? Thank you. I'll get them under wraps, I promise. Oh, that. You're not going to believe me. There's no
CRABMAN.
point in me telling you. Okay. I went in and I saw a woman next to one of those machines there. Noid calls it a mainframe. She was dressed like someone who's been raised by their grandmother. You know, strange old clothes. Had this absent expression, didn't say anything, just stood still. And then, you know, right behind her, a man crawled down the wall. Upside down like a crab. Down the church wall. I think the woman didn't even know he was there. He was completely silent. He stopped right before he got to the floor. Then just hung there like that, looking at me. Right at me. I fucking turned around.
I wonder
and
if
walked
drugs
out.
were involved in this interaction.
Like a crab, you say?
Oh, this is the first Kim's hearing about
I couldn't
CRABMAN.
tell exactly.
Come on. She obviously could. She already went into detail.
He looked like a banger, okay? He was all muscular and stuff. Had a mesh tank top. I know it sounds ridiculous, but that only made it scarier in a way.
A crab and a banger?
Yes, a banger. As in a mess gang member.
Gangster
I know what it
CRABMAN.
sounds like, but that's what I saw. Why? Nothing. Anyway, what else? My associates. I haven't got much to say about them. Of course I do. I just don't tell people about my friends and who they are and so on. I don't provide information on them. Me? I'm a silver bird.
Don't know what that
Don't
means.
know what makes you think it'll be any different later, but... No.
Just no?
It's pretty desolate here. I only hear the dogs bark at night and see the shadows move down the coast. Exactly. It's our chance to turn the grim desolation into an overwhelmingly fun dance party. This is a portable recording device. It's for field recording. Low quality, but still. Actually, just one wire. I picked on it till the braiding.
Oh,
came loose.
microphone.
The wire leads to a contact microphone. A contact mic records sounds from inside things, like this ice. The mic? I don't exactly know. Somehow it doesn't pick up vibrations from the air. The book said it only picks up structure-borne sound, if you like technobabble. Same place I got the recorder from, the Elysium. Oh man, you haven't been to the Elysium? It's the coolest place in this whole drug-addled shithole. It's a music club and a synthesizer workshop on Boogie Street in Jamrock.
Boogie
Musicians
Street.
live there, like real musicians. I once saw Arno van Eyck.
Thinking about it really cheers her up. It's a long way from here, though.
Sounds like a place for congregating homosexuals.
Oh yeah, guess you wouldn't know Van Eyck. Or really be a Elysium going kind of person.
Lay it down.
I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means either. That's cool.
Contact Mike.
Okay.
I didn't get a check.
Recording, I guess. I think I'm recording cracks in the ice, but there's no way to tell. Not without headphones. I think I just recorded your footsteps too. Not sure how that will sound. My boyfriend sold them. I don't know, man. Things. Just stuff you need for life.
A lie. They were probably pawned off for something suspicious.
I like the suspicious. Drama might be my favorite.
The musicians in the Elysium used them for making music. They looped the stuff, cutting the tapes together. They make... Anyway,
Oops.
I thought I'd make some too. It's supposed to be, like, a music place anyway. I don't really know what I'm doing. They use synthesizers too. I don't have a synthesizer.
She looks at the recording device. The thing she thought would fill her hours with joy and escape. It's turning out to be an empty fantasy. She feels childish. Very useless all of a sudden.
Take this, your code.
No, man, fuck that, I'm cool. I'm sorry I said that. I'm sorry about the fuck.
It's okay.
Yeah, maybe you were right about the hat. Thanks.
My visor!
Go ahead.
Wait.
Okay, bye.
Empathy close, empathy close. Empathy? Yeah. Empathy close. I didn't realize I was gonna give her that hat. That hat. Empathy close, empathy close, empathy close, empathy close. I think that's all I got. But I do want to wear a hat. I don't have a hat. Ow. Do I not have a hat at all? Empathy. This. I don't think I have a single hat now. Well, that's tragic. I gave away my only hat.
Hello again.
The odds are in my favor, and I would like to roll, please.
The device is cold to the touch. An angular Omicron logo adorns the yellow plastic cover. Underneath, you see a reel of tape rolling. You put the device back on the ice.
I mean, empathy, can I level that up? Yes. Oh, wait, I gotta like restart the combo.
Hello again.
The device is cold to the touch. An angular Omicron logo
Oh.
adorns the plastic cover.
Why? I'm gonna start pouting if that keeps happening. I only spent the skill point because Dimitri said it was his. There's an encyclopedia check that is his favorite in the whole game, and I wanted to get it, and I thought by doing that it would increase my odds of getting the check he requested. That's all it was. That's going to be all I put points in until I get it. We're finally going... Oh, wait. I said I would look around the building for more entryways and whatnot. Disco Elysium. I'm gonna go... Okay, well, around the back definitely doesn't work. What about back and around? Nope. We're going in the front, Kim. If I could get around the terrain.
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The lock turns easily. You hear a click as the shackle pops open.
Let's go.
I don't know if you could see that, but I got goodest of the good cops. Really get Kim to trust you.
A great whoosh of air rushes into the dark innards of the church, as though rushing
That made my whole day.
in the heart of the city.
Here we go. I didn't think that my relationship with Kim was super strong because I've put his gun in my mouth and also have been up to other crazy childish antics. I know it said walk not run, but I won't be doing that. Blackboard recent? Who's been... Oh, there have been people. It looks like they're already setting stuff up here. I'll check that out in a second. Right now I want to get like the lowdown on the big room. Oh.
The silence in this part of the church, it's almost palpable. All the shifting matter and shuffling of living things is gone. Nothing seems to exist beyond the church anymore. Maybe if you were to stand in just the right spot, even your footsteps would be completely silent. And then it's gone. Almost all of it. But for the faintest of hums, you can hardly hear your own breathing. Your voice is barely audible. Not a howl, but the softest of whimpers. It's unnerving. You produce a few muffled thumps, after which the silence feels even more total, somehow. The lieutenant points to his ears and shakes his head. Then
Oh, it's
leans
actually like
closer.
dampening my
Can you
sound.
hear anything? The church just has strange acoustics, some engineering trick.
His detached tone conceals how uncomfortable he is.
Please, detective, not this again.
He's trying to act dismissive, but at this particular moment, he's more open than usual to the idea of paranatural phenomena. The orderly rows of ceiling panels become barely visible, then disappear completely in the darkness of the tower overhead.
That check for perception would have been easier if I had my hat!
The silence, the darkness, they've enveloped you as in a cocoon. You cannot move anymore.
I was gonna say, as law of averages, I'm bound to succeed eventually.
It's like there's something moving up there. A shadow has emerged from the tower and it's making its way toward you through all the other shadows. Yes, the darkness makes the ceiling feel infinitely far away. It's climbing. Climbing down, holding on the beam.
CRABMAN?
It's not a shadow anymore, becoming more substantial as it gets closer. The shape of an animal descends.
CRABMAN.
Officer, is there something up there?
Oh no, you've lost sight of it. Where did it go? Prepare for an attack.
Huh.
You see something hanging from the rafters, looking straight at you with dark eyes. Maybe it's possible to talk to it.
Hold up. Yeah, there's just a dude up there. Is this a hat? No. I'm not talking to him until I look at everything. As spooky as he is, just up there. Ew. Shoes. $1.50. I will be talking to him in just a moment. It's nice to finally be in the church after talking about it for 3 episodes.
A machine stands in the corner, watched over by the figures on the stained glass window. It's turned on and quivering with soft electricity.
Another radio computer. And this time it's already turned on.
These machines sometimes harbor traps, he thinks. Alarm systems and the like. Let's be careful.
We should leave. I doubt this place bears any connection to the case. It's also quite similar to the one we have down at the station. Must be the same model.
He doesn't want to be here.
You see fluorescent play and print buttons on the keyboard.
Oh, I got one of those thingies, don't I?
To the central compartment is wide open. The lieutenant says nothing. You see the machine's glowing frame reflected back from his diamond-shaped glasses. You're free to proceed. Behind the hatch sits a cube-like crisscross of filaments, smoldering in the dark like fireflies. Silver tape on the side says, in black marker, log, February to March. Another filament memory. Press play to talk with the repeater.
There's just a dude hanging out on the ceiling while I'm doing all this.
The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. Her voice sounds 100 years old.
Good afternoon. Votre accident on Saint-Brune.
She's back.
Is the East Insulindian Repeater Station 1? Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
It's the same old woman you spoke with through the radio computer in the doomed commercial area.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Let's look around. There's no use trying to guess the answer.
Received. I will register this login attempt. Votre accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today? Good, thank you. Please repeat. Is this the personal log? I have 2 machines registered to this company name in Martinez. One on Saint-Brune, the other on Rue de Saint-Ghislaine.
Saint-Brune. That's the church. And Rue de Saint-Ghislaine? That's the doomed commercial area.
Anything else I can help you with?
I don't have the password, so...
Goodbye.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated, revealing fluorescent play and print buttons.
I'm not gonna hit print until I do what I must.
Is that a man? A man made of the same stuff as the carpentry of the building. He is studying you intently. The CRABMAN. The man leaned forward a little, fixing you with a steady, unreadable gaze, then speaks.
Habitual alcohol use has made you into a scared little pussy, Holmes. But don't worry, everything's gonna be alright. You come to the right place. Here you can receive the mother's love. And when you're ready, she will take your hand and lift you out of the despair.
I haven't drank in days.
This man is obviously a habitual narcotics user. Do we really need to question him?
I'm put off by this religious stuff, he thinks. And maybe the ceiling climbing, too. It's all very hard to square with the lieutenant's own view of reality. Hey, and what was that about the bottle again? You haven't even drank that much lately. Lay off it already. Shish.
Oh yeah, sure. You don't know anything about alcohol use. You got it all under control, Wade. I could smell the control all the way over here. I know it's hard to admit that you have a problem. I was like you once. Couldn't take an honest look at the damage Albino was doing to my mind and my spirit.
You know, actually, since we're here, you may want to pay attention to what the ceiling climber is saying.
Look at these crazies. What is this shit?
Don't trust me. Trust the mother. I'm only the messenger, Holmes. This is the Church of the Mother of Silence. You are welcome here.
This Mother of Silence sounds like a serious player. You might want to be careful until you find out what you're dealing with.
Never known myself to be a crab. But if that's the name you got for me, I won't stop you from using it. I always thought of myself more like a flame, flickering along the rafters and beams. It may be that I gotta work on my technique. I was in a gangway, but my memories of that time are fading. Most of them are already gone. No, man. You gotta let that shit go. Then the mother's light touch will fill you with rapture.
Do you remember your name, sir?
The lieutenant is not particularly interested in this information. He's just trying to assert some control over the conversation.
Itchy eyeball. Eyeball is itchy.
Tiago's my name, but those syllables don't mean much to me these days. A name isn't just your identity, but also, so to speak, your place amongst your fellows, your place in the world. I ain't got no use for such a place anymore. That's just the thing, Holmes. None of that matters. This is a special place. There's a perforation in the world up there. A way out into nothingness. This church was built around it for purposes of veneration. I circled it, nurtured by the silence bestowed by the mother. One of these days, I'll be pure enough to go drink from it directly. I think they were. A long time ago. I had to shed them like skins to get closer
So
to
he's
the
just
center
gonna
of
run
the
around
silence.
naked?
You could have them. I don't need them anymore. Oh, that's no simple question, I said. She is one who can be painted or sculpted. She is a cavity in the dark beyond sense. She saved me, but I couldn't describe her to you. No one can, Holmes, and no one ever will.
His adoration is beyond sexual. This cavity is something that no human form has.
I will be incinerated, but not destroyed. Finally, I won with the state of the world before reality began. I'm a seraph, Holmes. I sing the mother's glory. I don't mean literal singing, Holmes. This is the mother.
I'm a bit of a singer myself. My karaoke went wonderful.
Art. You may be thinking, but fire crackles. No, Holmes. That's the material that's burning. The flames themselves are without sound.
Excuse me. I'm actually recording this one early. It's barely noon. I've been recording most of these past midnight.
Hard to say. I think I did some construction
Woke
work
up early today and everything.
back when I still
was up
had
at like
material
7:30.
workers. Up there, I realized what the true purpose of the church was. Been spending a lot of time here ever since. The past is nothing to me now, way. It didn't belong to me. It's not like that at all, man. It's just faith and joyful service.
Too gleeful, those words. He is lying. Not to you, to his very own self.
I heard that before, Way. And I know I can't convince you on the spot. But think, when's the last time you woke up from silent communion with a hangover, regretting what you did last night?
I don't know what silent communion is.
There are drugs darker than alcohol circling your system.
Shouldn't be. It's been days.
She took you for a good spin, huh? Don't worry, bro. That love is but a drop compared to the ocean of the mother's love. The mother will eat all of you and never spit you out.
I don't want to be eaten.
I know it will take time.
The sinewy figure lingers on the wooden beams, blending into the shadows.
Police raid a while back.
Did you witness it?
Not really. Or at least I don't remember much of it anymore. The mother's love has done its job. That's what's so great about the mother. It lets you forget about everything.
Is he taking drugs to, like, intentionally forget? And did Harry take a bunch of them and then forget?
The ones in the tent outside, right? I see them. Guessing they're the ones who call me a crab.
Yeah.
Probably scared of me.
They definitely are. Huh? And we're back. So, let's see.
Nah, man. They look pretty funny. And I don't harm no one anymore.
I got the achievement for saying, say you're the law 7 times. I don't think I did that.
Though he used to, a long time ago.
It was a rare achievement. So I'll take it. But I don't think I said that.
Why not? They wouldn't bother me none. I'm usually way up there, imbibing. Ain't no music on earth that can reach where I go. Might even be nice to have some company.
He said that in spite of himself. He's more attached to the human than he'd like to think.
Other spooker? Oh, esa viejita es muy estudiosa. Don't know, Holmes? No. I just call her viejita because of her clothes. She's actually quite young. Or maybe not that young. Age is just one of the many masks we wear.
Wait, what if it's Ruby?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Did it ever seem to you like she was hiding here from something?
You mean like a fugitive? No, man. Quite the opposite. I don't think she cared much about authority or anything else for that matter. Maybe only about her machines.
I see. And where is she now?
I told you, Holmes. I don't know. Don't really follow her comings and goings. Just see her typing on her computer now and then. We got different interests. I'm afraid not, Essay. You just have to wait until she comes back, or...
Or search through her radio computer.
Too many times, Essay. You need it for something.
Surveys are a good way to fish for personal information, especially in the name of public safety.
Don't sweat it, vato. The password is afterlife death.
That is true. But what comes after death?
What you think of that? Makes me almost pity La Nilita Pequeña when I hear it. I think we're done here, Essay.
That was an interesting conversation. However, I'm still not sure whether we'll find our suspect here.
Alright. Well, now I get the password for this. Get to play with this. Then I get to go in that big hole in the wall.
Machine's keyboard is still illuminated. The speak.
Good afternoon. Votre accident. Good. Please repeat the password. Good. I have unlocked the filament. After ending the call, please press print to access the filament. Votre accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
Nope.
Goodbye.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated, revealing fluorescent play and print buttons. The printer prints out a long text document with dated paragraphs. It looks a bit like someone's journal. The first entry, made on the 4th of February, 51, by an unknown author, is short and concise. Arrived at the church. The door was boarded up, so I used the crowbar to get inside. Looks like the place has been deserted. Nothing out of the ordinary, but I'll ask around. Need to figure out how to get the electricity in. The lieutenant leans closer, scouring the printout over your shoulder. Just as you finish reading, he looks up, muttering under his breath.
4th of February. That's over a month ago. Whoever set up those machines has been here for quite a while. Our case? No, I don't think so. It must be some local eccentric.
6th of February, 51. Had a little chat with the local fishermen. Said I shouldn't go near that place. That the church was spooky and ridden with narcotics. It's a little spooky, all right. Still haven't figured out the electricity. See? Even one of the spookers themselves says it's unnerving. What was that about narcotics? This could prove to be interesting.
I doubt that we can find any. It's just idle fishermen's gossip to scare away the kids. Nothing spooky about this place either. It's just abandoned and cold, and in an awful part of town.
Then why doth the lieutenant protest against spending time here so often? 7th of February, 51. Finally got the electricity in. Next on the agenda, a new antenna. I'm thinking ESCA series, something advanced.
Why would anyone need any of this equipment here?
That's true.
8th of February, 51. Bought the antenna. Had some problems setting it up. Called Simo for help. Heard the others are back to making art. Drinking somewhere out of town. Sulislav started a rock band again. Lexi has been seen asking money from strangers. Artists, yet again. Harassing citizens, stealing badges, occupying public spaces with installations, like the one here. But at least the artists have their act together. They're qualified labor. They can get work anywhere. Graphic design, ads. The programmers are doing fine too. I mean, they're programmers. The writers, though, they're fucked. I just have to find out what caused that data loss and be done with it. Still don't understand how it managed to wipe out the backup, when the backup wasn't even connected to the front. I know. Everyone thinks it's impossible. They say I must be lying. I'm here to set it right.
Seems like something to do with radio computers. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about them to understand what the author is saying. Something about the backup data getting destroyed, and how everyone thought it was the author's fault. Let's just keep reading. I think these people worked in the radio computer games business. The one we saw in the Doom commercial area. They must be our former co-workers.
12th of February, 51. Brought some food from the grocery store. Apparently, there's a strike going on in the harbor. Definitely not happy to see the Martinez people again. Everything's now set up in the church. Going to start working tomorrow, 8 a.m.
The strike. We are nearing the date of the murder. Keep reading. I'm interested now. I want to know what that radio anomaly sent this person here in the first place.
25th of February, 51. I've been sending data up to Lintel for a while now, trying to recreate the data loss, but nothing. Didn't even feel like logging in, the disappointment. But I did discover a curious audio-spatial anomaly at the back of the church. I've named it the Swallow. It swallows sound. Need to get some mics.
Is she talking about?
28th of February, 51. Yes, the first recordings confirm that the Swallow is real, and I'm not just losing my mind. It's a pillar of silence, with a diameter of approximately 3 meters. Seems like the higher I go, the less I record. This might be a coincidence, or it could be connected to the data loss that led me here.
So it really just eats up the sound.
The pillar of silence. She is talking about the silence. Is she suggesting it's more than just an architectural quirk?
The lieutenant doesn't answer. He follows your gaze, studying the basins. The water shines in them. No ripples. March 51. Some kind of young disco men have appeared next to the church. I've been trying to record the silence to find the epicenter, but now it turns out I've also been capturing the future of dance music, one neo-disco song over and over again. Fortunately, the song is so monotonous, I was able to devise an algorithm to factor it out. The other day, one of the disco men came in. Before I could even say hello, she got scared and left. Good. I don't want anyone distracting me from my work.
The girl on the ice? Sounds like her, yes.
March 51. I got a call from the repeater station. Someone has tried to access the radio computer in our old office in Martinez. Can't do anything about it. The storekeeper still doesn't want to let me inside the building. Thinks I'm part of some kind of curse. How Martinez of her.
I knew it wasn't a good idea to meddle with the machine.
Whatever.
March 51. A new 2-meter aux cable. Noodles. Crackers. Ping Ping energy drinks.
Ping Ping.
Toothpaste. Gum. Also, some canned air.
I need some canned air, actually. I cleaned my fans for the first time in a while yesterday because I've been trying to platinum Resident Evil 4 and like the remake, and my computer was getting warmer than expected, and I actually took the fans out and cleaned like behind them and everything. And that was great. I got like 98% of it, but like that canned air just
It's interrupted by the sound of the church door opening.
I've been busted. I'm going to own up to it, and I'm going to start questioning.
A strange woman makes straight for the radio computer.
Hello! I found it first. I broke in, stole your password, hacked into everything. Oh, she's just gonna walk straight up and start using it like I'm not here.
Breaking into my radio computer, I see.
I do apologize for the intrusion, madame. We are with the RCM, you see.
No one's hiding here.
She don't even care.
It's just me and my computer, and it has been this way for weeks. Please give me some room. I need 2 seconds to see that you haven't destroyed anything.
We should talk to her after she has rebooted the machine.
Is it rebooted now?
What is it? No, you just printed out my personal log and wasted some paper. Yes. Or no. Not anymore. That project is dead.
She doesn't seem surprised to be recognized. Rather sad. Something passes over her face before she straightens her back.
I am Soona Luukkanen-Kilde, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident and RSA radios. I have over 16 years of programming experience, and I'm proficient in both Vox and Orbis languages. If you're not here to hire me, I don't really know how I can help you. No? Yes. And? I don't care. I don't care about CRABMAN.
Wow, she really doesn't. Not afraid, this one.
Mm-mm.
What? No. No one's suspicious around here.
She has not seen her, sire. 'Tis true.
I love drama.
I brought them here. These are my machines. Please don't touch anything. I use the AR-1 as my RAIN Prefect's processing unit. RAIN Prefect is my
Rain?
Yes? You really don't know anything about radio computers, do you?
Not really.
Alright. Well, all radio computers perform operations up on air. So in order to gain more processing power, you need to invest in a good antenna. I guess it is. So far I've been quite satisfied with it. Martinez is an unstable region with bad coverage, and the operation has been surprisingly stable. But it's not the cheapest one on the market. So I wouldn't recommend it for your regular red tape operations. Fraser 1000 is a foolproof line for civilians. Anyway, you should do some research before you decide to buy anything. Ask around, compare the prices. There are many milieus dedicated to that sort of thing.
She liked telling me this. It calmed her nerves.
I'm working.
The machine seems almost alien with its pulsing core. The light casting her face in a strange shadow.
Could you just shh for a moment? Or get to the point. I really need to focus on something. They are connected to my RAIN Prefect. Whatever you do, just please don't move them, okay? Thanks. Great. You really like those questions, don't you?
Yeah, I'm not done.
No, I'm not. It's just me and the CRABMAN. I'm just doing some research, that's all. I'm looking for the location of a 2mm hole in the world.
What?
She's looking for a disruption in the radio waves. That's what her personal log said. The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything.
Exactly. What does it mean? Up to now, it has been impossible to say what it is because it's impossible to measure nothing. What do you think it is? What qualities does nothing have? How do you measure something that does not exist?
That's a little above your pay grade at the moment.
I don't know. Are we? That's what I'm trying to figure out here. But how do I figure it out? You measure it by its surroundings, by that which does exist, which is what I've been trying to do. I've tried using hydro transducers to record the silence, to find out where it begins. But honestly, it's not progressing very well.
But does it have anything to do with necroplasmic life forms? Ghosts, in everyday parlance.
Yes, that's what led me here. But I suspect it might be something a bit more complicated than that.
She's not going to believe in ghosts, not at all. And she's probably going to get offended at me saying it.
Ghosts? No, I don't think so. I don't believe in ghosts. I don't believe in them either. Great. What are we talking about? And why? Somewhere underneath those roof beams, I assume.
Only a faint crisscross of rafters can be made out from the dark. Most of the tower disappearing into the shade. Strange things may flourish in the dark.
There's this place at the back of the church. A place where all audible vibrations seem to decease. I've named it the Swallow. And the higher you go, the less you record.
The Pillar of Silence? Are you sure it's not just an architectural quirk?
Maybe, but it's oddly close to the physical coordinates of the data loss that led me to this place. I know. No, I don't.
She sounds mildly annoyed by this line of questioning. Her hands typing hundreds of commands into the machine.
Because it's just trial and error, trying to locate the Swallow, the exact point in space. And I don't have a... You know what? It would be really helpful if you could just stop talking and let me work. Great. Thanks. The Swallow, you mean? Great. Thanks. What? I hate it. Maybe I'd have to be on drugs to get it, but to a sober mind it just sounds like uninspired rug whipping. No idea what it has to do with either dancing or music. This is about those speed freaks in the tent, isn't it? I've got some news for you. It's not a nightclub they want to build here. Take a guess, why don't you? I can't believe they got you so easily. Go have another...
I already know they want to build a meth lab, and they tried to get me to do it for them. I'm stretching.
Good luck. I'm not coming in there.
Do you feel that? Of course you do. You don't even know what it is you're feeling. But you can feel it. That's the mark of a true remote viewer. The time has come to connect to RVD HQ. By establishing a connection, you'll have proved yourself worthy as a remote viewer.
Everything all right, Detective? This again? Come on, Detective. The joke has gone on long enough.
Ignore the lieutenant. He's never connected with anything paranatural. You're on different planes. It takes time to block out the sounds of the world. But once you do, it's like you're on a wavelength. Not like any natural wavelength. No. There seems to be something on the other end.
Oh, for God's sake. This is a bunch of...
Bzzzt. Do you copy? This is RVD HQ. Anyone there? Acknowledged. Connection established. Bzzzt. Welcome aboard, remote viewer. You are a special man, and definitely not imagining it.
Alright, let's check out whatever this is.
In white, silver, and apricot veils, the young mother of humanism stands above you. A crack runs across her body. She is impossibly tall, oval-faced and sad. A dark and radiant majesty. This is her innocence, Dolores Day. Cradled in her arms are a pair of glowing lungs, clearly visible from underneath her flowing dress. You should kneel.
No.
Cold wind seeps in from the crack in the glass. Snowdrifts cover the floorboards at your feet. Above, you feel her multicolored eyes on you, inspecting you, as if under a microscope. The woman looks down at you, standing there. She towers among her followers, architects, laymen, courtiers. There is a sad smile on her lips, and a glint in her green-blue eye. Of what? Compassion? Remorse?
Well, judging by just what you would want to convey, it'd be compassion,
As
right?
that soft word passes through your mind, the lieutenant draws an X-shaped cross from shoulder to shoulder. Your fingertips touch your chest 4 times as you stand in the apricot-colored light of the window. Above you, the woman still smiles, her distant smile, sundered by the crack in the glass.
The old woman in the village was right. This must be the DeLorean Church of Humanity in Martinez, or the small Pinewood Church in some records. It's a minor landmark, not easy to find. Most maps misplace it. It was built not long after Revachol's founding, 300 or so years ago, by first-generation settlers. There used to be 7 stave churches on the coast. Les Setsa, they call them. The 7 Sisters. Only one remains. The rest were burnt in the revolution or used for building materials. We should be respectful here, although the building appears to be deserted. I do not believe we'll find the instigator here. Something else, perhaps?
There it is again. A small pang of guilt. It's time to ask him what happened here.
I have a theory, yes. There was a police raid a while back. I heard the place was shot to pieces. The old woman in the village was being tactful with us when she didn't mention it. She has more respect for the RCM than many around here. Well, your station was involved, I hear. Although I can't be sure. 3 precincts were involved in the raid, and people say Precinct 41 was one of them. I am pretty sure it was a clandestine operation. I don't know anything more about it, why it was conducted, or who participated. I try not to pry into extra-district matters. Good luck. You will not get information on a confidential operation from your station secretary just by calling. If you really don't remember, it might be better to keep this one forgotten. It happened a while ago. It's unimportant to our business in Martinez now.
It's a mystery. A mystery sprinkled with self-pity and regret. For some reason, unknown to your mind, looking at her delicate eyes makes you feel like you're ready for drowning. All you know is, this is the young mother of humanity, and that you should go. Do something else. Escape her sad, worried look.
Visual calculus. Aha! Visual calculus. Visual. No. Let's go through and make sure I don't have any minuses on anything. Alright. I've upgraded it as much as I could.
Of humanism stands
That's not good, but we're gonna try.
The shards glimmer in the dark. You see little pearls of light.
I could try both of them.
That splits the female figure. Something was written there. Remains of broken letters line the emotion. What it said, you do not know.
Alright. I think we've been everywhere in the church, unless I'm going around, I'm not seeing anything else light up. Okay. So we've been in the church now. We've explored the church. We've talked to everyone in the church. There are 2 someones in the church. We can go back to... Oh, I should probably let that down. Oh, I saw money. Full disclosure, I probably picked this up before, but at the end of the last episode, I had to, I hit F9 at the end of the episode. Which F9 is, ever since I started doing YouTube videos, F9 is my trigger recording button. Always has been. And F9 is also the load last save button. So I had to redo the conversation exactly the same way in the tent.
2 poles are holding it up. Barely holding it up. It could fall over any minute. A stronger gust of wind might be enough.
It looks like a makeshift bridge. Could be convenient.
The pane falls into the icy snow with a soft thunk.
Nice. No, I don't have to go all the way around. Oh, there's just a pirate ship there. At least that's what it looks like to me. Bam, bam, dum, dum.
Back to the heavyweight jam. Hardcore! Hardcore! Hardcore to the mega. Internally coherent. All core! All right! Yeah!
He furrows his brow as his very large head traces the sublime invisible movement of the music in the very real air of the stuffy tent.
Hardcore! Ah!
Yeah! So hardcore!
But is it? I mean, really?
Feels like you should reply with the very pinnacle of idiocy here, so that things get totally transcendent. But you haven't gotten there yet, so you don't know what to say.
I am the mic enforcer. I am the chicks checker. Yeah!
Yeah! Let me make sure I have my encyclopedia stuff on. In case I get my encyclopedia check that Dimitri likes. I want to make sure I pass it. I miss having a hat.
Huh? I see you're here again.
Hi again. So, and? What happened? Oh man! Who is he? What did you think?
Seemed alright, very spiritual.
Really? Huh. Interesting. What's he doing in the church?
No matter. Is he gonna be a problem?
Yeah, Noid is right. Let's get back to the point. What are we gonna do about him?
These guys will never catch him. You will never catch him. There's nothing to do.
Of course he's a problem. He's a crab man.
I don't know, man. Doesn't it feel like a major hindrance to you? A spooky guy climbing around when all the guests are trying to have nice, friendly hyper time?
I guess
Just gonna have
it's
to
not
live.
a massive problem, now that I think of it.
Everyone is welcome to dance till the morning light.
Yeah!
Maybe.
Egghead's my favorite
I guess
character.
we'll figure something out. Okay, but what about the other spooker? The one in Grandma's clothes? A programmer? That's odd. What was she like? Did you ask her about the nightclub?
What a pity! That's my favourite thing in the world! And she doesn't like it at all!
A shame. What can we do now? Do you see a way out of this jam? And into a laser-lit future of dance and unity?
Unity! Dance!
And you can't just evict her?
Look at you, Honor Man!
No, Noid. He's right. Maybe we've approached it the wrong way after all. I'm sure there's a workaround. We can make a deal not to bother her. If that's okay with her, we only want to get in the church and spread the joy and ecstasy of music.
The lines in the dark exist. Coexist.
At least CRABMAN seems like an advanced being. He's hard. He'll understand.
Yeah, he can do his climbing thing in the tower. And the programmer, does she like melodic dance music?
No.
Egghead cannot believe what you just said. It makes him pump the jam a little slower for a moment, but then he returns to the full swing of it.
No worries. We'll figure it out. If coexisting fails, you can always muscle her out, right? If it's all okay with you, what do you think?
I refuse to throw her out.
Excellent. Good luck, my friend. Goodbye, officer.
Yeah! If I ask really nicely, maybe she'll abandon her 16 years experience and all that. We're gonna see what she says. She's gonna say no. And I'm gonna go back to them and be like, guys, she said no. And they'll be like, okay.
Yes, what is it? I don't want to make anything work. Yes, anything. I don't want to make anything work. Good.
What? I'm not gonna force her to leave. There's no way I fucked this up, right? There's no way. Another failed check. Here we go.
Easy. When her research is done, she can move out.
That works.
What? No, I don't really need any help with the project.
She thinks about it. A glossy look in her eyes. A gust of wind brings more snow in from the broken gallery.
Well, I can break her into the place she used to work.
Alright. Bring me the game's offsite copy from my old workspace, if you really want to help. It's stored on a filament...
Don't I have that on me?
Go and fetch it myself. It's a backup of my former employer's project, the radio game we were working on. It's stored on a filament memory.
I'm 80% sure I have that.
Radio computer.
Or I had it.
The backup itself is destroyed.
Or did I leave it in the
But I'm
machine?
hoping to use what's left of it to
So I didn't
pinpoint
lose
the
it.
exact location of the anomaly. You just have to go to my old workspace and get the filament. Yeah, that's the one. You can get in through the bookshop. You just have to do some explaining to the bookstore lady. That's her name, I believe. Good. Then you might know the giant ice bear fridge in the building's cellar. The filament is inside the fridge. Just go and get it.
Oh.
In the giant ice bear fridge.
Alright. God, wow.
We've been to the fridge and it wasn't there. There was a note saying...
Wait. A note from whom? Did it specify where they took the filament memory? Jariza. Of course. Our project lead, Suliswov Jariza. God, he was always so hell-bent on keeping the copy somewhere safe. That feature creep and the Valley of the Heads. Like it would have made a difference. The offsite copy was perfectly safe when the data loss happened. That data loss was anomalous. And the heads... I won't even get into the heads. Millions of them. Go find that copy from that ice cream maker, will you? Thanks. This is getting ridiculous. Can't you just defrost it? Or, I don't know. I don't know about the ice cream maker. Just figure something out.
There's a solution, but she doesn't want to hand it over to you yet. It's a thing. Something she holds dear.
The bookstore lady hates me. Says I'm part of the curse. Whatever that means. Of course not. Anyway, I don't have my keys anymore and she won't let me in. Because she's from Martinez. And people from Martinez have never ever seen a radio computer. She thinks it emits elemental evil. She literally started praying for the higher powers when she first saw my Reims Civic. I'm not making this up.
The lieutenant coughs like he's amused.
Once I came in one morning, only to find that my terminal was full of those strange trinkets and amulets. Wards.
So I've got to get into that super locked ice cream maker. Okay. Cool. Everything's connected.
And here's my Kvalsund multi-tool. You might need it to hack loose some ice. It opens everything. If you get me the offsite copy, then you can keep the Kvalsund.
It hurts a bit for her to say this. She's not too happy to be parting with the Kvalsund. This glorious multi-tool makes a regular pry bar completely obsolete.
Alright, let's go do that. What does it look like? Just open lock containers. Yeah, but this is better than that. We're gonna... Whoops. Well, first, yeah, let's save real quick. I don't know why I feel the need to. It's not like it's storming anymore. That was last... Whoops. That was last night. I can't fast travel just yet, I suppose. I am going to go get this. I'm not going to report back to the druggies just yet. I am here. Travel here. Travel here. Fast travel's so nice, so nice. And I do believe, hopefully, I can go in here. God, I love the music in this game. Okay, here we go. We're already here. That's how good I am at this. I forgot what it's like in here. So we're going to need this.
This orange machine is dead still.
Wait. Physical instrument. I'm not failing. 70% is basically 0%. So, wait. All I had to do was scroll just a bit, and there's hats? I'm a winner. All right. Physical instrument. I've even wore this. I don't know why I'm dumb. Wow, I'm dumb. Dimitri, I don't know if you remembered that I have clothes, but I had clothes. Anyone watching could have been like, wow, he's really not remembering that he has clothes, huh? Pain threshold is not fit. -2 physical instrument. That's not good. Okay. Now let's make sure none of these have some sort of damaging effect on my physical instrument stat. Okay.
This orange machine.
That's better.
Has a hand crank.
Oh, God. Here we go.
The ice around it slowly melting. Ice under the strain of your giant Gewaltsund multi-tool until the lid is open. Darkness lies inside, but you can faintly make out an object, intricate and foreign, left there for a sub-zero beauty sleep, a filament memory with the words "off-site copy" written on its side. Disappointment washes over you as you stare into the...
I have ice cream in the freezer. Michelle DoorDashed me stuff for... I'm actually, in between this episode and the next, going to eat. I'm going to eat stew, and then I'm going to eat ice cream.
A scoop of ice cream would have been nice, yes.
You gently lift the cube from its frosty bedding, careful not to damage it.
We should take it back to Miss Lukanen Kilda as soon as possible. I'm not sure how well unused filaments tolerate room temperatures.
What are they supposed to be called?
But aren't you curious to know what's on the precious filament? There's a radio computer upstairs.
Look. I wasn't curious until he mentioned it. It didn't even it didn't even dawn on me. I have no skill points. But I can internalize this. Perhaps they're right. Anything is better than this. Even maybe you can quit. I actually do want to internalize that. I don't think Harry should. I have after that silly first 15 minutes of the game, or 20, or however long that was. I was actually I immediately felt in here. I'm like, well, I'm gonna help this guy. This game has a way of being super silly and then super not. And halfway through the first episode, I'm like, I'm not gonna have him do drugs or drink. I've seen that a couple of times in my life, and I'm like, you know what? I don't want Harry to be that guy. I just don't. I'm gonna carry on this bag in case I find more bottles. I immediately went to no. I'm not gonna have him drink at all. That's not something that I want for Harry.
Yes, what is it?
Be nice to me. Be nice to me. Why is no one nice to me?
Yes? Thanks. Looks like it's the one. Now I'm going to print it out to see what's left of it.
Wait. No. That's dangerous.
Why?
She shouldn't do it.
No. It's not dangerous. Just depressing.
How do you know?
I have a theory. Lintel was able to divine the anomaly's location from this broken copy. I want to repeat their calculation, only this time with better equipment. Watch. What an...
The paper starts filling out with ink, soaking it in a gleaming blackness. Not a single line of data stands out. Cold sweat trickles down your spine. This is spooky as hell. Sona doesn't reply, her hands running over the printout. She's looking for something. For her morning star. Eyes scouring the millimeters.
Here. I found it. Hold on. Shh. Just give me a second. I'm almost...
I've never witnessed a programmer work before.
Done. I've done it. I found the location of the anomaly.
We found it together.
I found the coordinates.
She's beaming. You can feel it in your heart.
Thank you. There. In the swallow.
Well, obviously that.
Think you can help me again?
Sure.
I need you to go move those water bolts for me. I need to double check my calculations.
I don't want to do that. I feel like you could very, very easily do that, and you're more qualified to put them in the correct place.
Just walk over to the circle and follow my instructions. Move the third bolt 2 centimeters to the left.
Oh no!
Fourth bolt 5 centimeters to the right.
Wait.
This should do the trick.
Wait. I'm writing this down. I haven't been taking notes for hours of this game. I got so invested that I forgot to take notes. The last thing I was doing was the lady driver notes. Got my D&D pen with me. Hold up. Third bowl. Two centimeters to the left. I don't know if I need to do this, but in case I do. Fourth bowl. Five to the right. Okay. Nice. If she's wrong, she's going to blame me. I know it. She's probably wrong. We haven't had a win in a while, so there's no way it's going to give me one now.
Thanks.
She's being nice to me. Which one is which?
It's awfully silent again, as if someone turned off the entire world out. Measurements have been marked down around the bowl.
Oh.
Each chalk-drawn line representing a centimeter on the floor. It moves like a ghost without creating a single trace of sound. Some water spills out of the bowl.
I didn't need to write that down. At least I did, in case.
The lead programmer sends you an encouraging thumbs up.
She's cool. I like her. I feel like she was like prickly on the outside, but once you get in there,
or maybe walk. This
run everywhere. I was always yelled at as a kid not to run.
Yes, what is it? Great. Everything should be aligned now.
Miss Know-It-All is hesitating.
Yeah. Nothing. Now the only thing left to do is to unmute the headphones. If we got the location right, we should then be able to hear whatever sound this anomaly makes. Honestly, I'm a little scared. I don't know. That's what I'm scared of. I don't know. It could be anything. I mean, what sound does the nothing make? How can you even listen to something that doesn't exist? What if silence is only what surrounds it, but the swallow itself is... I don't know. I'm just scared. Maybe it's going to be something terrifying. Maybe it's going to tear the world apart. Maybe I'm just tired. Yeah, you're right. Let's do it.
The lieutenant takes a step.
See, he's good at fronting.
And then, nothing. Nothing happens. As Sona, Loken and Kilda presses unmute on her keyboard. Nothing but silence. You can hear some small animal cross the floor in the chancel. It's that quiet in the sanctuary. She doesn't answer. Her eyes closed and brows knitted together in a state of deep focus. One hand cupping the headphone.
Damn it.
What?
No, of course not. Nothing happened. Let's move on.
Despite her fear, she was hoping for something extraordinary to take place.
No. No. My hypothesis was wrong. According to this, I should have heard something if I got the coordinates right. Like I said, silence is only what surrounds it. But this is just another failure. Silence sounds like silence. That's all it is. You can try on the headphones. See if you can hear anything.
Silence is silence? You're sure there's more to it?
Hold on. Let me put on my perception clothes. I got rid of my perception hat, though, and I'm really upset about that. Perception. No perception at all? -1 perception. Well, we can at least get rid of a minus, which should help. But not as much as I would have liked.
Yes, what is it?
All you hear is your own breathing, heavy and hoarse from all the nights spent drinking. It's the breath of an old man. But there's something else. There has to be something. Ghosts, speak to me. When was the last time this world had anything new to say?
Well, did you hear anything?
No, but I'll try again once I can.
Yeah. No, I don't think...
The lieutenant looks down at the floor, as if to say, you're wasting time here. Maybe the speed freeze can help you with this.
Really? Oh, they're microphone stuff. I need a level up to put it into perception. How close am I to a level up? Halfway. Maybe if I take copious amounts of drugs. Alright, what do you got?
We're close. True, hard, full, car. It's hard car. Skibbity, skibba danger. I am the rearranger.
Skibbity, skibba danger. I am the rearranger. Alright, I just like to double check, see if there's anything new for them.
Hi again. So, how are things going? Yes? What's the deal? What kind of a hitch?
An audio shortfall, you say? Guess what? We got speakers with massive low end. There's a good chance it can do it.
They've got one speaker. One. Uno.
We've got some serious range on this baby. It'll blast their shoes off. Believe me. Yes? What? But do let us know. Goodbye, officer.
Okay, I'm gonna check in with her real quick, and then I'll go back in there and see what she thinks about that.
Oh, that. Go ahead. My associates. Sorry. I don't know what makes you think it'll be any different.
Okay, let's go check and see what she says about the idea of using their equipment. Hey, those people that really drive you crazy and you clearly don't want to talk to or associate with, well, they're willing to talk and associate with you. Sometimes that's the best way to, like, style my paperwork. That's the best way to, like, frame it up to somebody.
Yes, what is it?
I can try it now? 42 still not high, but I'm willing to try it.
Still nothing. Zona isn't even looking at you this time.
Okay. That's a shame, but that's okay. If only I had my hat back. Can I ask her for my hat back? Can I trade you hats? This was a good episode. Interesting. I feel like I've hit a dead end here, though. just until I can upgrade my level, and because I want to know what's going on in there. All right, that's going to be it for this one. But I'm going to go eat, have some snack, and I'm going to pick it right back up here. So I will see you super soon.